Welcome to the Ryan Joseph Show. We're back with Mr. Tom motherfucking Sisca. Is that an Italian name?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yeah.
That explains why you killed that guy the other day so easily.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, like, how'd you do that so easily with like such cold expression on your face? But it was like business, you know?
Yeah, it's
just because he was like, you know, cut it in front of you in line at Terry Black's, you know, and then we met him outside in the alley, and he comes out and you just killed him, dude. That was crazy.
Yeah. Well,
anyways,
we don't like to talk about that though. I like Terry Black's. It's a good spot. Yeah. What's up, man? It's cool to be on. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, dude. I had no one else, so I just no, dude. Tom's a really good friend of mine.
That's a good nickname for me. No one else.
Tom's a really good friend of mine. I met him when I quit Kill Tony on stage. Yeah.
You did your minute set, and in your set, you had a joke about being here in Texas, and you said something about the mask.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No, not that. No. My jokes were just the normal, like, racist ones.
Okay, well, I was still... okay, yeah, I was just laughing then, because I still thought it was funny, even though you were getting interviewed. To me, it was like, yes, tell it like it is. This is great.
Yeah,
and, Red Band's like seeing their reactions. Yeah, and it was kind of bizarre to me because at the time I didn't really know, what their angle was with stuff when it comes to the virus and vaccines.
Tony believes the same shit I believe, dude. That's the thing that pissed me off.
But I know that that club in particular that they were at. They are definitely
maybe they were
fully radical when it comes to the woke mob and stuff like that. So like even stuff people would say there, like they were censoring people's what they would say there because they knew the club that they were at was sensitive. People were sensitive. Yeah, I mean even when he got the new band and stuff, like you could see before they got like molded into being a comedy band, they were just cringing at stuff that. Yeah. People would say that if it had anything to do with that was racial and stuff like that. Yeah. So it was a whole different vibe at the show. Yeah. Than what I used to expect of what.
But what pissed me off was that Tony and Red Band were pandering to them.
Right. And that's where I was going with this.
Because Tony, I don't know about Red Band, but Tony is like a fucking conservative. He doesn't believe in he doesn't believe in the fucking pandemic or mask. And he used to say shit in LA.
Right, but he doesn't need to say it. He doesn't need to tell anybody about that because all he can do is be in character and say jokes about it.
But why attack someone who's saying it? He attacked me. That's what pissed me off.
Right.
And then I go on fucking which I shouldn't have done. I go on the Discord Kill Tony chat and I'm like, Tony and Red Band are fucking they pander to the PC crowd. They're not real comics. They don't stand up for what they believe in, blah, blah, blah. And Tony called or messaged me the next day being like, hey, man, what the hell? And we go on a bit. And I was like, no one talks to me like that, dude. I don't care how big you are.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, we just go on a little back. And I said, I'll take it down because I respect you still and I'm grateful to you. And I took it down.
I could say that at that show when you had that interview and you mentioned, I think this is my last time on the show. Like I thought there was a whole element of satire there. I thought this was a joke. You guys were just because like Red Band and William go back and forth and like act like they're gonna fight each other and shit like that.
I was joking.
So, but so I didn't actually expect you to stop being on the show because you were almost becoming like a regular at that point.
He told me that I would be. I was up for being the next regular.
Yeah.
But then he got in trouble with the Asians, and he put on, and then he put on an Asian to save himself. This is all for satirical purposes. It's not true, and it's all just for entertainment. Disclaimer. Anyways, so
Dr. Tom.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, that's what I think.
I heard the story, and then so when I went up and I had a set where I said retard 4 times in 1 minute with one of the punchlines is my girlfriend was traumatized by a special needs student. You know how they have a rapper's rapper or a comics comic. It was a retard's retard. and so that first one, you get some laughs, and then I'm not even gonna go through the whole bit, but basically I say it 4 times, and people were gasping at the end, in awe, they were making weird noises and stuff. I was like, okay. And then in the interview, they started hitting me with the Joe Rogan stuff, the soundboards, because I brought up Joe Rogan being on the last episode I was on.
Yeah.
And then it went on for like a minute and a half. I'm just sitting there looking at him, and they look over at me. I'm like, yeah, and Joe Rogan also told me not to take the vaccine.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, he didn't say that.
Yeah,
he didn't say. I'm like, yeah, he fucking did.
Tony got Tony
just totally like.
Yeah, he
like
said that to
leaning
Tony.
into just the controversy and headline, and because I knew at that point, like it was like, I'm gonna pull your card. You're gonna sit up here and roast me and give me shit for saying
you're gonna tell me
retard, like, and
you're gonna have like Rogan telling me things and be like, I love that.
So and that's part of it. It's like, kill Tony. You're supposed at some point in the show, you're supposed to like, have this kind of like roasting, or like there's a little bit of an edge to it with people. So
Tony's a great comic, like, and I've seen him go so edgy and push the lines and the boundaries. It's just like I want to play the game. I don't know how.
Right.
I keep fucking up and putting my foot in my mouth, and I'm too crazy to play the game, and I don't know if I'll ever make it because of that. But
well, what if you think it this way? You already made it, dude.
I know I did. I already made it.
Just start thinking of it like that, because
I did already make it, but I don't know if I'll make it like they made it or something. I already made it. Obviously, look at me.
I mean, Ryan, people put time into all types of things, and the more time you put into something, the more experience you get.
Don't talk to
the
me
more
like
you're
that.
gonna get out of it.
Don't talk to me like that.
I know you're what they'd say in the Star Wars movie, hot-headed fly guy. Anytime they get the pilots, the pilots that are ready to fight, and all, there's like feminists in Star Wars now, and they're like, stopping them from like getting out there, and it's like, hey, we don't need another fly guy out here.
I'm the most humble man you've ever met. That's the thing people don't understand. It's like, I'm humble and I'm kind, and this is a woke podcast.
You're right.
People don't get that.
Well, people feel a little tension, I think, when you start doing things in a classical manner that people haven't seen in a long time.
The true liberal. We're more liberal than all these liberals, if you think about it. Because back in the day, fucking like what's his name? What's that guy that has all the quotes now? Shit. He's Mark Twain.
Okay.
Like back in the day, that was the true liberal, people that went against the grain, that didn't listen to the government. They didn't want anything to do with the government, that criticized the government, that fucking went in the woods and like fucked a bunch of like fairies and shit like that. Like real fairies, not like gay guys, but like they had like fairies.
Yeah, nymphs.
Yeah.
Woodland nymphs. That's what they call those.
Yeah, everyone was like bohemian, right?
Bohemian, exactly.
And they were against the government. Liberals nowadays, when did a liberal become...
Yeah.
Gary, come on. This is serious. This is very serious. When did a liberal become someone who listens to what the government says? When did a liberal become someone who's like, well, the scientists told me on CNN...
You just got it. That's when. It's all because science is the religion now.
Yeah.
Like... People have associated like liberalism with a lack of having like a foundation of God in your life, or
they have no meaning in their life whatsoever.
Right. I'm saying now.
Yeah.
Because it's all about having science be the religion, and basically it's like in what they say in the Matrix, where humans are the cancer. They have to be eradicated. They all believe that we're bacteria on the earth that is harming the earth and causing global warming, that we all need to like reduce the population.
Then why can't I say faggot?
And that's part of these people's beliefs.
Why can't I say faggot then?
That's why you can say it, but that's why they all fuck each other in the ass, because they don't want to have children.
That's why?
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
So we just kind of have to that's what I'm saying. You have to kind of eventually let these people destroy themselves. They want to get in your life.
Then why don't we let them have abortions?
But you have to find your way to make your own path without them getting in the way. And when they do get in the way, you just destroy them with the truth. That's all it is.
Fuck them up with some truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing on this shit, dude.
Yeah,
that's my
goal. You're doing it, man. That's what I'm
doing.
at
That's what I'm doing at Faust TV. That's what I'm doing, man. This is the best fucking studio in the world, dude.
Yeah,
Gary's got my back.
I like how close this fella is over here. I feel like he's your spirit guide right now.
That's Brandon.
Yeah.
That's a red heart beast.
Yeah.
Who killed this again?
Dean Stanfield.
Dean Stanfield. Wow.
Nice.
He got his hair from the sheep his dad fucked.
He kind of looks like Dean.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Dean. It's so crazy. He's like 20 years old, you know, and he looks like he's just like been in the Angels.
Looks like a grown man.
Yeah, he looks like he's been in the Hells Angels for like 70 years or some shit. I think it's the mullet that makes you look older. I don't know.
Oh, but yeah, I just wanted to say one more thing about the whole science thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so out of control because what people don't understand is there's all types of scientists out there, and it's all about doing the research and studying something.
Yeah.
So they've consolidated and said there's only one source and one place you can get the information from, and people worship that.
Yeah.
They're like, this is my life, you know.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of people like that in this world, and it's really difficult in this day and age to try to avoid them at sometimes. But like I said, when you get there, you just hit them with the truth.
Yeah.
And they basically they self-destruct. They have like these malfunctions. They can't handle it. They throw like a temper tantrum, and then they leave. They'll leave the room.
Well, the only language the only language that they know is the language they speak, and the language they speak is attack, cancel, fucking bullshit, faggotry.
Because they're trying to earn their stripes.
Yeah.
They see this like they're all in this part of like this collective,
sitting at home with a fucking mask, headlining on a Zoom show.
Yeah. Hey, I got on Twitter and told this person,
Yeah.
Did you? Like, it's just like everybody wants to get their participation trophies in being part of the people that cancel or say something about someone. Like that Peng Deng guy, like, really thought that was going to like launch his career, I think.
Yeah.
And like, so people actually think that, and it always backfires on people. Like,
make sure you talking to that mic.
Yeah.
I can't really remember when did somebody get successfully like canceled recently, they're done. Like
I just got canceled.
That's what I'm saying. But you're on a podcast.
But look at me now.
You're on your show.
Look at me now.
Yeah.
I saw Tony at the Skinny Fest. He's like, "Yep, I'm canceled. Richer than ever. Flying around with Rogan. Everything's great." But in a way, his message was right though, because it's like you can't. I said on stage the other day, people were like yelling at me. I was like, they're like, some guys like, "You're canceled," and I was like, "What is there to cancel?" I was like, "There's nothing to cancel. There's just a soul and a fucking force, dude. I'm like the fucking breeze, like Leonard Skinner song." But anyways, what you're saying is right though, because it's like they have no meaning in their lives, these people, right? They don't believe in God. They don't believe in religion most of the time or anything like that. They believe in science or they believe in a secular existence, and so you come across them, you come around them, and you have a pile of bricks, and you're like, "Hey, let's go to Black Lives Matter rally." That's where you can your life can be meaningful, and you can throw a brick in a window, and then your life means something. And they're like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah." Then you'll mean something.
No,
and
it's
then
not
all these
even
white
that.
girls
If you don't do it, then
you're racist.
Yeah, then you're racist.
Who cares about being racist, dude? Like, if someone calls you racist, who gives a fuck? You could say, "Oh, I'm racist," but it's like, if you know you're not, then you're not. The fact that people are that's the one thing people always be like, "Well, you're racist," and it's like, so.
But then
I know I'm not.
Most people are pretty like open about it.
Racist, like, why would I go on stage and say I'm a racist? The first rule being a pedophile is you don't go on stage and say, I say pedophile jokes, racist jokes, all sorts of horrible jokes, only because I want to laugh at what's dark, like, because we all cry about it our whole lives. I just want to like have one place, 1 hour where we just make fun of the worst things in the world and laugh at it. And the best thing that happens when someone says they didn't want to laugh, but they laughed.
Didn't you say that you have like a swastika on your body, but it's like a birthmark or something?
Yeah, it's just a birthmark.
A skin,
but it's reddish. It's reddish, so it doesn't count. But it's a swastika. It's a swastika, a birthmark. And yeah, it's on my heart right here. And then there's one on my forehead too, but I put makeup on it.
Again, this is satire.
This is satire. This is entertainment purposes. It's not true.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This disclaimer basically that I'm using now for the Ryan Joseph show protects me and allows me to say whatever the fuck I want.
So Ryan, you got canceled. You got.
I've been canceled twice. I've been canceled from the job I was working as a 9 to 5 because my jokes on YouTube. Some woman there who's Korean and she's going through menopause. She didn't like my jokes and she didn't like how I talked back to her. She's kind of guy that fucking named she
want to hear the truth.
Dude, she made her husband take her last name. That's the type of fucking bitch this is, all right? And you heard me right here. If you're watching this, you cunt.
I never knew that you could do that.
What? This is all for
Is that
entertainment
legal?
purposes. What?
Is that real?
What?
A woman's name in marriage, the guy can take.
If the guy's a cuck, yeah. If he has
that's real.
Yeah, if he has his balls in a jar on a bedstand. Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty crazy. Is that like a foreign thing or?
It's just some dude that wants to. I don't know. He wanted pussy, and that's the only way he could get it. He wanted that horizontal Asian pussy. Anyways, what is happening to me?
You're drinking a Red Bull
on Medopanel. Medopanel. I'll get to that later. Do you want one?
No, thanks.
Why?
I have.
Do you love it though, right?
Ryan, I have ADD. Apparently, if you want to believe those scientists that everyone believes,
I don't.
So I don't really believe it.
I believe in God.
But okay. I do know when I take those things that they just kind of make me like shut the fuck up.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Because they are a stimulant to a certain effect, but they aren't. There's no amphetamine in it. In fact, the military switched over to it because it had less side effects. I ran out the other day, and I was fine.
So who did they give that in the military to? Everybody, or just like snipers and stuff? Or what?
Like pilots, people that need to stay up for a long time.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like sleeping whatsoever. So but once in a while I'll sleep for like 8-10 hours, and then. But I hate sleeping. I hate eating. I hate it all. Like, why do we have to?
I'm big on eating. Sleeping is okay.
Sleeping's okay.
If I could get less of it, I'd be happier. But like, I need a certain amount to like be happy.
My life is being destroyed by women. I don't like sleeping.
Plural? Who's okay? Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, it's all women.
Yeah, wow. It is women.
It's like a coven. It's like a witch's coven.
It is. There's a curse that's been put up. I think it's because I'm from Florida, and we took over that place in the Seminole Indians.
Yeah, Florida man.
They fucking like put a curse on us before we, like, if you leave the Florida, there's a curse that's like the fucking like women are my curse. All right, they come after me, they try to destroy my soul. They don't realize that I'm a genius and I can do whatever I want.
Have you thought about getting like security guards, or like, I mean, is your life in jeopardy? I'm starting to worry about you.
Well, my heart's been shipped away.
What are they capable of?
My heart's been shipped away for over the years, and they can't even kill me anymore. I'm a walking dead man. They just take every bit away from me.
So you're having some problems with women.
I'm addicted to relationships. I never was loved by my mother. All she did was just let me pull her out of a bathtub while she was overdosing. and so I look for that in my relationships now. When I meet a girl, and I'm like, this girl will probably destroy my life and make me feel like she doesn't love me.
Yeah.
And you know, she'll like give me a love bomb once in a while, and like she'll like be good in bed and stuff, but then she will backstab me. And this is all satirical and it's not true.
That's why you're such a professional comedian. I guess people just like, it gets to the point where everyone's laughing, and then you get off stage and you start saying shit, and then they're like, they don't understand that.
Well, I'm a sweet guy.
You're still.
I'm just nice, and I'm like really kind, and I'm just
like, everything was funny a couple minutes ago, and now I'm off stage and
I'm crying.
I'm the fucking yeah.
Dude, at Skankfest, I went up and I killed And some guy comes out to me, he's like, dude, that was one of the best sets at Skankfest. And I was like, get out of the way. My girlfriend's mad. You know, Booker's coming up like, get out of here. My girlfriend's upset. She won't talk to me. She just wants to talk to other men.
Yeah.
And then I ignore. And that's how I get them wet, through my tears. Women, it's all penis envy. It's all penis envy. They don't have a dick. And somewhere along the lines, they realize that. And they hate us because we have these immaculate cocks. And they just want that. That's why they take it and put it in them, right? It feels good, right? But really, it's just them being like, oh, disappear. They're just trying to kill you when they fuck you. They're trying to, like, take your fucking cock. That's all they're doing to you. And it's penis envy. Freud proved this shit. I think it started when they saw their dad had a cock and they realized they didn't. And they said, you know what? I'm just going to destroy men for the rest of my life. So... That's what's going on.
Damn.
I mean, what?
That's pretty hardcore, man.
Are you happy in your relationship, Tom? Is everything butterflies? Are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy right now because I know she's watching.
Yeah. Hey, babe. No, yeah, it's been pretty groovy.
Yeah.
I been with my girlfriend for almost 7 years, well, 6.5 years. So
good for fucking you.
Yeah, but. You know,
Tom, he doesn't know what he's fucking talking about. He's had the same piece of pussy for fucking 7 years. He cries to me outside of the podcast how he just hates his life. Okay, he wishes he was like me and he had my love life. Okay,
yeah,
I just run through it.
That's true.
I fucking knock it dead. I clean up because of Modafinil. And speaking of it,
yeah, I just can't hang, man. I can't handle. You know, I'm known to smoke a little bit of trees and stuff like that.
Yeah, you smoke weed, dude. Fuck weed. Modafinil is where it's at. You want to get clear? You want to get awake?
I mean, like I'm saying, like I'll go like a couple of hours without smoking weed or something. Like maybe like wait till the very end of the night.
Yeah, and what does that do for you? Kill your dreams?
No, it just makes me.
When's the last time you dreamed?
It makes me feel things a different way.
It makes you feel nothing.
Yeah. Tom, you give me the impression that you're dead inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's because he doesn't take...
It takes a lot of death to involve that.
Maybe you should,
to also become dead.
Maybe you should cold turkey off of your fucking... your life.
Maybe I will.
All right, so... At this moment, first, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors for this episode.
Yes.
I've used Modafinil forever.
Okay.
I fucking love it. Without it, I wouldn't be talking to you guys here and have this life that I have, okay? Without all these like beautiful gifts that I've talked to you about that I share in my life, you know.
I'm grateful for
it's made me become my better self. My work becomes a breeze. And you too can save on Modafinil using this awesome link displayed right here. We're going to have Gary, are you going to be able to display this link like right here? Like the more you know. Are you ready to start your success? Are you ready? Are you ready to start your success? I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I wouldn't fucking tell you to take something I don't believe in. I'm sober, okay? I'm sober. I take a lot of Modafinil. Too much. But I'm sober. The team at Modaf, like the Australians say, they're offering some amazing specials and discounts on their site that no other fucking company does, okay? And they have like all these different fucking pharmaceutical companies that not all of our shit, all of our pharmaceuticals come from the Chinese and the Indians. The Chinese, really? And I'm not talking about the Indians, the Indians.
I don't support anything from the Chinese.
Well, you don't support then everything you're sitting on right now, and your whole life has been built by the Chinese.
It's supporting me.
You breathing.
I don't support it.
This is Chinese air. Do not stop my spiel. Don't listen to Tom. He is a sad man, smokes a lot of weed, and jerks off because his girlfriend won't have sex with him. The team at Modaf are offering some amazing specials and discounts on their site. Are you sick of overpaying for your Modafinil, Tom?
Yeah. I mean, if I had to pay for that shit, yeah.
I once was like you. So head over to our sponsor at modaf.org/Ryan. That's modaf.org/Ryan. Use the coupon free ship for free express shipping to USA customers and get $10 off with a minimum spending of $50. Visit modaf.org/Ryan, modaf.org/Ryan to learn more. This is not intended to be medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare provider. And I'd like to say, soon you can get your order in time for Christmas for the kids with shipping options for domestic, European, and express 14-day shipping from Singapore. And Americans, the real people that count, we're going to be able to get shit that's going to be like a week. No, you don't have to wait for the Indians on Indian time to fucking get your ship over, you know? It's just like they've given a North American, like it's going to be priority overnight. You'd be like, hey, I want some Modaf. You want some Medopanel? You want to fucking get clear? You want to become a fucking genius? I want to get it tomorrow. And you'd be able to order it only on modaf.org/Ryan. That's the way to do it. See,
so how many people have you dosed with modafinil?
Whenever I can, I try to bring out the light in them.
Yeah.
I've had some shitty comics be around me, and I'm like, hey, take this. And then they go on stage and they kill.
Really?
Yeah. And then I don't like
wild.
it though, because I'm like, hey, you're not allowed to do that, just me.
Yeah, and then they're like, where do I go to get this? And you're like, modaf.org?
That's right.
.org? Okay.
.org/Ryan.
You're like the Johnny Appleseed of this shit.
Yeah, dude. I only do. I'm sober, obviously. And I wouldn't push a drug if I didn't believe in it, that it wasn't a drug. Like I stopped taking it yesterday.
It's such a good drug that is not a drug.
It doesn't get you high. It doesn't get you high. It fucking like just makes you clear. A lot of politicians have taken it.
Yeah.
A lot of the biggest podcasters that you can think of take it before their podcasts.
Wow.
A lot of Silicon Valley, everything that you are looking at on your computer right now to look at this. It's augmented and born through modafinil. Wow. You want in on this shit? You want the red pill? Take the white circle pill.
Oh shit!
That's it.
We're white pilling them.
Yeah, we want to get white pilled. Anyways, Tom, how's your love life going for real?
Pretty good. Me and my girlfriend have just been working a lot recently. We were both unemployed throughout the main majority of the pandemic.
Did she like disrespect you because of that?
So
she was like, hey, you fucking loser. I'm not going to suck your dick to get a job.
No, we spent a lot of time, like extra time together throughout that. We traveled a lot. It was really cool.
Did you get closer because of that?
Definitely, yeah.
That's sweet.
And then transitioning back into both of us working.
I thought she did transition too into a man.
She's now,
right?
yeah.
I think that helps more because she takes those hormones to make her a man, so she's more reasonable. Like I think,
I guess that's a good way to market it.
Trannies are right? Good only if they become a woman to a man, right? The men that become women, why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah,
that is the worst thing you could become.
And so, how exactly does that procedure go for the women to like have their? Penis?
I talked about this on the last special. You basically, or I mean, the last episode. Basically, you invert your cock and you fuck a dry inside out cock.
No, I'm saying for the woman.
Duh. How does the woman become a man? Their clit gets extended, and they start taking testosterone. Yeah, it's basically like a big clit. Bianca Perotto was on last time. She said she would suck a fucking erect clitoris. She's a fucking awesome chick.
She did
say that.
And
so if you are a tranny,
they just stretch that out.
Just stretch it out.
Do they put like they have to put something in it, like some type of like stint or like some type of prosthetic thing, right?
It's weird because they're able to make it where you can get, I think, like an erection if you have, like, you're like, you get turned on and shit.
That's why so many people.
But where do they get the balls?
That's why people worship science. They're like, I just keep putting money into this, and we're gonna be able to. Dude,
trannies are the most miserable people you've ever met. They all want to kill themselves. They think that like that is gonna save them becoming another sex. You're still you. You're still just another sex. You know?
No, you're not you anymore.
You are you, dude. You still have your fucking. I mean, you're not you.
There's just parts of you left.
But I know it's like RoboCop, right? But it's like, and he has like that sad, like weird, smashed face.
Yeah,
like all trannies do. But like, but it doesn't fix you to become. You know, like
I've got your answer right here.
What
on
is
the
it?
Tranny penis?
What is it?
Boner. In addition to other answers, phalloplasty can be supplied with implants that provide erection. Okay. A non-inflatable penis implant is a sturdy rod that can be bent down and up to imitate an erection. Much like you bend rag dolls with steel wire skeleton to give them different positions. Also, another option is an inflatable device, 2 or 3 part, and is a more complex and natural looking thing.
Why don't they just start golfing or something?
Just thought I'd let you guys know.
Okay, so there's several ways they could do it.
Do they get
basically.
pleasure from it?
It's
Does it
like,
say they get pleasure?
It's like a.
I guess I'll have to keep reading.
Yeah,
it's like mad scientists, like Dr. Frankenstein or some shit, where it's like, hey, fucking, let's put a, put an end of a pool stick in there or some shit. You know, like they're just whatever they can figure out, they'll try it.
My dad's got prostate cancer, and he thanks, man. No, I'm kidding. I know he's looking at trannies, but my dad's got prostate cancer, and like he has to, like, if he wanted to, I don't know if he does, but basically you're taking like hormones to make yourself a woman. It's always fuck with him. I'll call him because he told me he has prostate cancer, and I was like, haha, you're gonna become a woman, because he has to take hormone therapy.
So you can become trans from getting cancer.
Yeah, pretty much. And so basically prostate cancer can metastasize and go into like your lungs and shit, but it's still prostate cancer, right? And the way they fix it is to starve it from testosterone. So they give you a hormone therapy treatment where it's just estrogen. He cries at commercials now. He's just a fucking pussy. He used to be like my dad. Now he's a fucking pussy.
Sorry to hear that.
I love you, Dad. But I told him, I was like, dude, it's good for you not to have your dick. You've used it too much. I don't want to know that thing that I was born from is still around.
Yeah, that could be like part of people's retirement plan, you know?
Yeah.
A woman, like there's a lot of older men.
Maybe I should take it. Maybe I should take it, and I just have no interest in women whatsoever. Like that's the cure, and I just like break up with girls when they bother me. I'm just like, it's fine, it's cool. It's not like I need you. I just can call my girlfriends. We can watch beaches. You know?
So
what if trannies have it right? Like what if they figured it out? It's like you don't have to like have your heart broken. Take some testosterone, take some estrogen.
Did you ever notice that Baphomet is like hermaphrodite or something?
Yeah.
What's Baphomet?
Like it's like the goat demon kind of looking thing.
I just spilled a little Red Bull on my pings. Sorry.
It's like all in like the heavy metal stuff, you know.
Baphomet.
It's like the goat with the horns. He has like tits.
A deity allegedly worshipped by the Knights Templar that subsequently became incorporated into various occult and mystical traditions. The name Baphomet appeared in trial transcripts for the Inquisition of the Knights Templar starting in 1307.
Yeah.
There's vampires out there. Did you know that?
Yeah, for sure.
I played a vampire in a movie. It's coming out next year. And they dyed my hair red. That's why it's fucking red, okay? All you guys on YouTube comments calling me a ginger. Fuck you, dude. I'm a blonde beauty, okay?
Strawberry blonde.
No,
you're a daywalker. That's what they call it.
This is fake,
right?
Okay? The guy's like, well, all vampires, historically speaking, had red hair, so we're gonna dye your hair red, and it'll be out before the movie's done. And he fucking lied to me, dude. And I don't want to.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, dude. They fucking dyed my hair red. You didn't know that?
What?
Anyway.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, but anyways, like I studied.
Did they dye your beard red too?
I've like a lot of blonde guys have reddish blonde beards.
Okay.
Like I have different hair everywhere. Like down here, it's just like fucking rainbow.
Damn.
Like my happy trail is like a rainbow. Like taste the rainbow, bitch. That's what I say to girls.
So you have some shows coming up, even though you're canceled, right?
I'm canceled. I'm richer than ever. I have some shows coming up. I will be performing at William Montgomery's show in Dallas.
Are you sure you're not canceled from there yet?
I don't know.
There's been several shots fired on this podcast. When is this coming out?
Yeah, I get in trouble every time this podcast comes out.
Do you? People watch it and then they like.
It's just a character, you know. It's not who I am. I'm like I said, I'm a sensitive guy. I like hugged you, you know, before I like held you and I stroked your face and I was like, hey, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for coming, you know. And then I become this. Everything I said tonight on this show isn't true. But there's vampires out there, and they actually have people that they donate their blood, dude. Like this one girl, you can watch this documentary. She's like, I'm a donor for vampires, and she goes to these parties like in LA. And the vampires just like make little slits on her fucking shoulder, and they come up and feed on her.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, Sarah's got this robust kind of wood taste to her, where she's really, she's really great donor, and like that's her life.
There was some story like back in the early 2000s or late 90s where these kids from Florida or somewhere around there, they thought they were vampires, and they like took like 10 hits of acid each and like drove somewhere and murdered somebody's parents.
That happens all the time.
Yeah,
I've done that.
So there's those type of vampires too.
Yeah, no, we didn't think we were vampires when we did it. We just took acid and killed people.
Yeah,
but you throw them in the Everglades, and like the gators eat the bodies, right?
Yeah, that's great. Living in Florida is awesome.
It is awesome. Like the gators have your back, right? So they're like, "Hey, did you kill someone? Cool, give it to us," and they just get rid of the body.
Yeah,
and
wild.
no one knows.
And then if you live in like certain areas that are like more conservative there, that are like have a tourist aspect or whatever, they won't put the fucking, even if they know somebody's missing or a murder happened, they won't even put it in the newspaper.
Really?
They don't want you to know about it. Yeah, oh yeah.
Why? How do you know that?
Because I used to live in Naples.
What they won't say? Why would the conservatives care or not care?
Because they don't want to know. They don't want people to know when certain crimes happen. They kind of keep it more low key.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah.
It's just like that's just like, you know what? We don't need to tell people about this shit.
Yeah.
The girl got killed. Who cares? I mean,
let's not ruin our fucking nice day at the beach. You know what I mean?
It happened. This horrible. That's the way it should be. It's like, well, we shouldn't tell you anything bad. We should never report any murder.
Well, that's the thing. It's always people are like, either somebody gets shot somewhere, or they find a body. They find half a body in the Everglades or something.
Why even talk about it if someone gets shot? If a cop kills someone, why talk about it?
Right.
That's what happens. Cops are supposed to kill people. That's what they do.
Yeah. Your privilege has been revoked.
No, you can't revoke it.
They're coming for that white privilege.
Dude, black audiences love me, and I love them. They're my favorite because black people are the best audiences because they have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
And they can laugh at themselves. They can laugh at everyone else. They love when I make fun of They love when I make fun of lesbians. I love it. I go on my lesbian bit. Yeah. They're like, fuck them dykes and shit. I'm like,
oh yeah, I prefer performing in front of a black audience than your average
black girls love
Austin
me
audience.
in Miami. They'll be like, Ryan's black inside, and
right.
I'm like, you know it, bitch.
Yeah,
and I think it's because like I just got this rhythm to me, the way I talk. They know I'm badder than any motherfucker out there, any gangster.
Have you always talked like that?
Like what?
Like you just said.
With my rhythm?
The rhythm.
I lost my virginity to a Cuban girl, and it changed me. I like became different. I became like this. And I shared blood with a German Shepherd. I got in a fight with a German Shepherd in Tennessee in a valley. His name was Killer Bear, and I will always remember the look on his face as I stepped over him. And I could see he looked at me with this quizzical eye. He was like right before he was about to like attack me, and he bit my arm, and I fucking hit him back and like shared blood. And ever since then, I would like wake up in the woods and just like, what am I doing here? And that's how I helped Dean kill this deer. Like I chased it down, and he just had the mullet. You have to have someone with the mullet when you hunt. He just stood there. But like I chased down this deer and I killed it. And I was raised by deer. I talked about that last time. In Colorado, my mom was a drug addict, so I hung out with deer outside. Yeah, but fuck the liberals.
Yeah. Are you you're not gonna vote for Beto, right?
Beto?
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at the news. I don't want to get depressed anymore. It's just like, who is, Republicans, it's like they have their own fault and shit, and I love abortions. I think we should make liberals get abortions.
Yeah.
But if you're Republican, I'll vote for you just because you make a little bit more sense. Unless someone comes along that's libertarian that actually has a chance of winning, I'll go for it. I'll vote for them. But I want to get like citizenship in every state and then vote in every state at once.
Yeah. Well, here in Texas, people say like, "Don't bring your voting from California." So I just wanted to be that guy to say that to you,
dude. I would never vote for a fucking like. I love our Governor Abbott. He's like the guy from fucking like X-Men. You know, he has like a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew I should move here because I wasn't sure. I was in a hotel room one late at night after just crushing, you know, and I was like, Ryan, you're the shit. And I'm just sitting there. And I was like, should I move here? And I see this beautiful, beautiful man roll up on his wheelchair. And he's like, we're opening this goddamn state up. No more masks. None of that shit. And I was like, what a fucking beautiful man. And I was like, I'm moving here, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad the way things have gone recently, but I was a little upset when there was a mandate to begin with. So people were a little upset with him that are conservative or right.
Yeah, he did that shit.
And yeah, there's some.
He made up for it, I think, by like
McConaughey may run as a Republican, and
oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
There's already like 2 or 3 other people trying to primary him.
I feel like McConaughey would buckle to the Hollywood elite, even though he did go on when he like won his award, and he did say, you know, thank you God, you know, without God, I wouldn't be able to do this shit, you know. And he is like, he's radical enough to be able to go up there and speak his beliefs and say thank you God. Like nowadays, like no one says that shit. I respect him, and he is pretty wise, dude. He's not as good looking as me, which I don't like, but he's he'd be a good governor.
Yeah, he already pissed off the media just by saying like he didn't want his kids to get the jab.
Oh, then
or be forced to get the jab.
He's got my vote.
So they're already like they were waiting for him to make any type of political statement, and so they could fucking go after him. And they knew something was coming too.
Dude, Tom,
I don't know about this guy. He's from Texas.
I'm gonna have you on my pod all the time to give people the news because I don't know the news. You know it. And
yeah, I mean,
what's going on with before we leave? We got to get going soon. But what is going on with this Kyle Rittenhouse thing?
Are we allowed to talk about that? Wait, are we allowed to talk about that, or is this on Instagram?
It's
we'll get this
Rittenhouse.
Yeah,
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
What, he was the dude that killed a bunch of people. He had a gun, right? And he just goes under that to the cops, right?
One of them was a pedo.
Yeah, he killed a pedophile.
How dare he? How dare he kill them?
No, that's good.
Yeah,
I know. Duh.
Yeah, he did a hell of a job of, you know.
Hell of a job. So he killed.
I mean that trigger discipline and just overall just like for a kid that was 17. I mean,
he was only 17.
Yeah.
What a good man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And so he
had more balls than most people.
But why do the liberals want him down? Like.
Because he killed one of their pedophile friends that was in Antifa and some other guy, and they want to go after it because it's a clear case of self-defense. So if they can put this fucking kid behind,
then they
jail,
set a precedent.
And like part of it is blaming the type of gun. Like, oh my god, like part of the excuse, the people that had guns that pointed at him first and shot at him first.
Yeah,
they said, well, they didn't have an AR-15 though.
Did he
he had the AR-15, so it's okay for them to shoot at him.
Did you see the prosecutor in court holding the AR and he points
There's
it
a bunch
into
of
the fucking
into the jury with his finger on the trigger.
That'd be funny.
No trigger discipline at all.
It'd be funny if he killed people.
He's probably never. Yeah.
This is what he did. Soon it'll
pulled it Alec Baldwin moment.
Yeah. But so did he get acquitted?
Well, the thing was, today was supposed to come out. So
that's why we strapped up today, right? Because we thought there was gonna be a riot.
Yeah, we were ready.
We stopped by and we strapped. I was like, "Why
don't Kenosha my Austin?"
I was like, "Why are we getting?" I was like, "Why are we getting all these guns, Tom?" He's like, "Oh, there's Rittenhouse."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh,
yeah, for sure."
Yeah.
I just, don't get it in my way when I'm just trying to drive home and shit. Don't shut down the streets and shit.
In California,
don't do that shit here in Austin because we don't like that here. We're just simple-minded folk, and we don't like people burning down people's houses and property. People say like, oh, it's property. Property doesn't matter. It's not worth someone's life. Like we can just destroy property because one of our friends died, so we're just gonna burn the city down.
Yeah, that's not how insurance works.
You know what? Yeah, and you know what's fucked up is that people's lives are in those properties. Like people live in those buildings, or maybe even live in those fucking cars you light on fire.
A lot of times, those people that say that think that insurance just magically covers all of it. And that just isn't how it works at all.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's this one clip where this old black dude comes out and he just scolds them. He's like, "What the fuck you done? This is my fucking property. I built this shit my whole life, and you just burned down my fucking company and shit. My business." Right. And yeah, that was pretty cool. I used to laugh. I used to watch this shit, and you saw the one like Antifa dude. He got like trampled underneath the semi truck, and like the semi truck drives off, and he's like underneath, and he's getting his legs just like dragged, and his friend's like, "Wait, man, wait! we were trying to break in your car, man. Wait, stop! That's fucked up." And his friend has his legs just going. I would just watch that shit late at night and just laugh.
Yeah. In Florida, they have a law now that you can, if the rioters try to stop you from passing and shut down a road, you can just clear right through them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in California,
so I hope they do that here in Texas.
In California, you're allowed to stop a riot on the books with your gun and shoot people.
In California.
And yeah, but no one looks at that.
I mean, maybe that was the 90s.
It's on the books. Look it up, everyone. Look it up. If you're in California, kill people.
So you could go vigilante. Like if Kyle Rittenhouse was an actual vigilante, you could just fucking, hey, the streets are on fire.
Yeah, you could.
Let's just start going for target practice.
It was on the books because when I bought a gun there, because like they were all burning down Melrose, I bought a gun. I was like, I realized the cops they're getting defunded. No one's gonna protect me. So, I bought a gun. I got to protect the jokes. And and I looked at what I could do. It was like, who can I kill? And I saw that, and I was like, oh, okay. I wrote down everyone I could kill if I had to. But I love my little Sig Sauer.
Yeah, my job that I had before the pandemic was an Italian restaurant on Congress. I used to work there in the day.
Is that the one you shot up?
And yeah, no, but that's where a protester was shot here in Austin. Because that guy apparently pointed his gun into a car. He was stopping traffic. He had like a AR or like an AK or something, and he pointed it into the vehicle of a guy that was driving Uber, who was also.
You're talking about the Daniel Perry case.
Yeah.
And anyways, so so go to modaf.org/Ryan if you want Medopanel, and I'm not banned. I'm bigger than ever. Tom is getting big too, and Gary is already big, and really big, and I have a show, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna keep doing comedy when I can, and I'm gonna post all my videos online of me saying jokes to make fun of trannies and gays and racism.
Do you like getting in trouble? Like,
I'm addicted to adrenaline and chaos from being like abused as a child.
Oh man!
So it's not my fault.
This is when the doctor just realized he needs an extra.
I need a lobotomy. There is dude, at this I went to a shrink, and they have this new thing where they magnetize you. It's like a magnetized lobotomy. Yeah. And like people that work there, like we get it done all the time just to shake things up.
Oh yeah.
And like you go and you sit there and the magnets go. Maybe I need that.
Yeah, it's like Clockwork Orange. That's what they did to Kanye when they said he had to go to the hospital.
Yeah,
they scramble you.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
You might need to get scrambled.
Yeah,
we're gonna put you. I'm gonna get you committed to a hospital.
Anyways, we gotta wrap up. So I want to give one more shout out to our sponsor, modaf.org/Ryan. Give a shout out to Tom Sisca.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
What kind of plug can I do for you?
Hey, I fully support Medopanel. However the fuck you say it, but yeah, follow me on. I'm on the metaverse. No, I was kidding. I'm on Instagram at Tom_Nipotent and
Nipotent NIPO.
Yeah,
because you're impotent.
Yeah. No, I'm like omnipotent.
Yeah,
but with a T.
Tom is impotent. That is his handle.
I actually am impotent.
Tom_Nipotent NIPOTENT.
Yes.
And check out Fast TV Studios. Gary, you have a bunch of podcasts, right?
Yeah, we do a bunch of pods in here. You can check all of them out on tv.faust.
None of them are like that, like this good though, right? But like they're kind of good. And
one more shout out. And then I'm on justanotherchannel.com. It's also on band.video.
Okay, cool. Tom like sets up shit like where he puts like butt plugs. Like he set up this. We'll talk about this some other time. I'm gonna have him back on where he made like a big booth where he had butt plugs and he told people this is how you stop COVID. And
we dressed up as scientists. we were called the Allies of Science.
And the people were like, "Really? This is how you stop it?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they would take a butt plug and like,
that had like over like
all right. We'll talk about that later.
Views or something on YouTube.
We gotta go. I love all of you so much. Please subscribe so I can keep doing this and I don't have to go back to what I did before this, human trafficking. All right, see you guys later.
Thanks.